Na 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 na, na 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 na. Hey, Phil's gone.
Bye, Phil-ecia.
Oh, I think I'm gonna quote. Well, you know what? Hold up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of WeMayRant. It is episode number 8, and with the 2 bonus episodes. This is episode 10, guys. We're at 10.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for subscribing.
Don't ask me to count anymore.
Holy
That's my
cow.
limit.
We got a lot to cover today. We got a lot. But I got to give a huge shout out, definitely, to the opening theme song, Love It, Cloud My Day, by Broken Witt Rebels, who graciously granted us permission to use their great song. There's going to be links at the bottom of this podcast. Take a look. Go visit their site. Thank you guys very much. With that being said.
Make sure to hit him on Spotify.
Oh, that's right. Spotify. Right. Huge. That being said, hey, Phil's gone. I think you were right. I'm going to quote you right now.
I think James Dolan listens to the fucking show.
That's what I was going to say.
Because no. This is why. Not only did he fire Phil Jackson, but then there were reports that Isaiah Thomas was a dark horse to get the job back. I lost my damn mind. But I'm like,
that.
James, if you're going to listen to the show, don't read between the lines. Just because I said Phil Jackson is better than Isaiah Thomas does not mean I want Isaiah Thomas back. So, no. But Isaiah Thomas then tweeted later on in the day that he has no interest in the Knicks job. And the only reason he did that is because he knew Knicks fans would boo his ass right out of that stadium after what he did last time he was there. This is what... Do you want me to start? You
know what? I forgot to even do the most important part. Angel here with Randy, with Heath, and I didn't hit the table.
Yes.
I went to a little bit of
noticed
school.
That.
You know what I did?
That. Very good.
I was hitting tables.
Yeah.
I was hitting tables at work. I was going like this. Welcome. I was doing it. I got out of the way. I think I'm good. I think I'm cured.
That's good.
I think I'm cured.
So people just think you have Tourette's at work.
I think I'm cured. But you know what? Do you want to go right into Phil? Or you want to go over our week, or you just want to we'll do it later.
Let me just get this out.
Let's get it out. Go. I was thinking about you all day.
He's been amped.
I know. I've been getting this. Listen, if you don't follow Twitter, you gotta. That's all he's writing. He's like, oh my god, I got so much to talk about. I'm thinking to myself, if you're not following us on Twitter at WeMayRant, you're missing out on the prequel.
Well, come on. One report was Knick's a hard last resort destination for free agents. I'm like, no shit. Are you following this stuff? Are you listening to the show? All right. James Dolan needs to stop going after names. Get someone that knows the job. Please. You don't need another former player, all right? It's not working out. Just because they have a name when they played in the NBA does not mean they know the GM job. Chauncey Billups is a perfect example. Why is he up for that Cleveland job? What is he, other than knowing basketball players on a personal level, he's not, as far as I know, he's never done the job for a D-League or anything like that. So you're going to put him in a position, you know what I mean? And he's the same type of name that Phil Jackson would go after. And that is irritating as shit. Get someone that knows the job. Last time he went for a legitimate GM, he went for Walsh. I believe his name is Bill Walsh. But that sounds like a 49er.
Mr. Walsh?
Anyway, so we're going to go with Walsh. He built a team around like Wilson Chandler and Gallinari and Felton and all these above average role players, Al Harrington, all these guys, and then he threw in one stud with Amari Stoudemire, and they were amazing. They were going to make the playoffs.
Donnie Walsh.
That's it. They were going to make the playoffs. Bill Walsh is a 49ers coach, and I should know that because I'm a 49ers fan. But maybe that's why I kept calling him.
I didn't pick up on it, so we're good.
But the team, not only were they going to make the playoffs for the first time in like forever, with or without Melo that season, but they were fun as hell to watch. They were all young. They all believed in themselves. D'Antoni had them playing really good basketball. And look, D'Antoni became Coach of the Year this year. So who was wrong in that situation, the Knicks or D'Antoni? So you let Walsh build this really good team with draft and young players and bringing in guys that weren't major names, but they were solid guys. And then you tell Walsh, trade the entire team away for Melo. After he does that great job. And then Walsh is like, whatever, I'm done. This guy's a joke. I put together a team for you. We're making the playoffs. Next year, if we'd waited, signed Tyson Chandler as just a defensive guy, who knows what could have happened with that team.
Or the point you brought up before about Melo also. It's like, why are you trading for Melo when he was going to come to New York anyway?
Exactly.
And if you're Melo, why would you agree to that trade? I don't know if he had that trade clause at that time.
No. What do you mean, with Denver?
Yeah.
The only reason he came, and I mentioned it in that other podcast, is because the Knicks, if he was a Knick by the end of the season, the Knicks would have more money to sign him as a player that was already there than they would as a player coming from another team. It's the only reason. It's just a matter of money. Lala was going to come here. Lala wanted him to come here. He was coming here.
Lala.
But as a player,
Like
why? And this is going to transition into one quick thing about Melo. As a player, why would you want the team that you know you're going to go to trade away all the talent before you get there? And then you're complaining that the team is shit for the majority of the time that you're here.
That makes absolutely
no sense at all.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but you had Amari Stoudemire, whose entire game is inside. Now you bring Melo, who is an inside player as well. Yes, he has a 3, but let's face it, he's an inside post player that can control the post. So now you have 2 guys in the same position that want the ball, and it's not going to work, and it didn't work. So that's Dolan in a nutshell. But now Melo, not only did he screw us then by making us trade away a really good team, now he wants a buyout. He wants the Knicks to buy him out. So now he doesn't even want the Knicks to get anything for him. While true, they're not going to get anything of real value, they could get some kind of draft picks for Carmelo Anthony on a team that is 1 player away from a championship. But Melo wants him to buy him out because who knows if he's going to let up. What he's going to do is he's going to hold that no trade clause as ransom. He's going to say, I won't let you trade me, even if it's to a team I want a buyout. So then he can go sign for whatever money and whatever extended period of time and leave the Knicks with getting 0. So we basically traded away our whole team in the long run for 0. We would trade him for nothing because Melo's been a horrible experiment. And we lost all those players who are still quality players for nothing in return in the long run. And that's why Dolan is a horrible owner. And that's why it's going to be hard for him to get a GM of any quality because nobody wants to work with him. Which is why he was throwing Isaiah Thomas's name out because those two are buddies.
What's gonna happen now is that there's teams out there that legitimately they know the Knicks situation.
Yeah.
So why are you gonna give up, draft picks and the whole 9? Why are you gonna do that
Exactly.
to get Carmelo? You know that he wants to leave anyway. So your leverage is done. As the organization, you're done.
I'll tell you right now, the only thing they're going to get, the only thing that Knicks can get of any quality
popcorn.
That maybe if they're lucky, but players whose contracts are about to expire. That's the only thing of value that they can get. They can get back players that'll play out this season, and then you have all that free money at the end of the year to spend on other players. What they need to do now, and one quick comment, Dolan, if you were more worried about the Knicks than playing with your shitty band on tour, none of this would have happened. But the thing they need to do now, that the triangle's finally gone, thank God, is build this team around Porzingis. You may, by getting rid of Phil Jackson, you may have saved your future with Porzingis.
What if Porzingis leaves anyway?
He might. It depends on who they get.
I'm just saying though. Let's just say
I think
the Knicks are so toxic.
I think getting rid of Phil Jackson, I think it buys them a little bit of clout with Porzingis.
It's showing that you're dedicating
a little bit.
Yeah.
But does he have enough trust in the organization to make the right decision going forward? Because everything that they've showed him so far,
no,
you haven't seen it.
They need to do with him what they did with Ewing. Give him a solid team around him. That's what they have to do. And if you showed him that you're dedicated to build the team around him, and you're going to have the most money to pay him when the time his contract's up because he's on your team already, that might keep him. But now the Knicks are already shitting on their new rookies. Reports came out now saying after Phil was fired that, if Phil wasn't here, we would have gone after this other guy. How do you think this is making this kid feel now? He hasn't even played on your team yet. And you're already saying we didn't really want him. Phil wanted him, but now he's here.
Okay.
So we got to deal with him. You know what I mean? And then on his practice jersey, they misspell his name.
Oh, wow. Can I throw? Let me throw a scenario for both of you guys because you guys follow this a lot more than I do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's assume that Melo stays. Let's assume that Porzingis stays.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you, one athlete or one star away from making a run in? Let's just say the playoffs, because I don't want to say the finals. What's the missing piece if you can keep those two right now for one more season? What can you go after?
Well, It would a lot of it would depend on how good Hornacek actually is as a coach when he's not being forced to run a triangle.
But we don't know that.
Okay,
we
but
don't know how good he
but
is.
let's assume that.
But the reason that takes precedent is because I don't know if another player is going to be that last piece if the offense isn't already gelling enough with Carmelo and Porzingis adding one piece is going to make that much of a difference. If Hornacek isn't going to get Carmelo to play defense, which no one has in his career, it might not work. If his offense is only through Carmelo and Porzingis isn't growing as a player, this is if they both stay.
Right, of course.
Then I don't know. But to answer your specific question is would one more player make a difference? It would depend on the quality of the player, obviously. If it's Blake Griffin, no. He's not going to get you that last bit to get to a title.
Well, it's not Chris Paul.
No, it's not Chris Paul.
Going to the Rockets.
Chris Paul's a free agent next year, but anyway.
They desperately need a point guard, though. They need somebody.
Who, the Knicks? Now that you're not running the triangle, now you need a point guard, which sucks because if you'd gotten rid of Phil Jackson before the draft, there were plenty of amazing point guards in this draft, and they would have gotten one of them. Right. But they didn't go after that. They went after a guy that specifically would fit in the triangle well. So now you have a guy that you probably don't intend to use in that fashion. I don't even know what his offense is. But would one more piece make a difference? I don't know. I would like to say yes, but the bench isn't deep. None of the rookies have panned out except for Porzingis. So it's really a lot more away. Because if it was one player, Carmelo might want to stay now that Phil's gone and then go out after other players and say, come play. We're one step away. You know what I mean? It might be one step away from making the playoffs. Definitely not one step from moving further than that.
No.
But either way, it doesn't matter because they've already come out and said their plans with Melo have not changed. Regardless of Phil Jackson being gone, they still want him out.
Wow.
So either way, he's going to leave. But he's going to hold that no-trade clause over them to force a buyout, I think.
Well, all right. So right now, where do you see the Knicks starting today? What do you see? What do you foresee? What does your gut tell you?
If you could trade, the best chance they have is trading Carmelo for one or two young players, maybe role players, maybe guys that early on in their careers were Trevor Ariza that could just slash and dunk but had potential. You know what I mean? Maybe if you can trade Carmelo for two guys like that, start building around Porzingis, you're not going to make it anywhere. You're probably going to be under 500, but you'll be a hell of a lot more fun to watch. And a team that's fun to watch in the Garden still makes you money.
I would like to see them trade for another big guy. Get two tall guys.
They don't need it. Their center, Hernan Gomez, however you say his name, is amazing. He was averaging a double-double last year, and he's only getting better. So they're good at that. I don't know what these other players that they drafted are because they're all foreign. I've never heard a word about them. So who knows what they're going to work out to. But as far as their center, power forwards, they're set. You know what I mean? If Carmelo, if he could stay and play defense and he's willing to try to make the rest of the guys around him better, which is not a thing of his, they're good. They're a point guard away. Like you said, they could be a point guard away from actually, I don't even know what that was, from actually being good.
Was it a Nat, was it?
No, it was.
Okay.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I hope that was a Nat.
No, there's no Nats this time.
But they need a point guard desperately. They need a point guard and a shooting guard, but let's focus on a point guard to facilitate the ball and make the rest of the guys better. But you need a point guard, maybe even a veteran, not the fuck is his name?
Derrick Rose.
Not Derrick Rose. Let Derrick Rose go. Let it go. Let it go. He hasn't played a full season in years. He's nowhere near the player he was. And he's not going to make Porzingis better, in my opinion. I mean, unfortunately, we're probably end up keeping him because he really wants to stay in New York for whatever reason. And he might be the best free agent we can get, unfortunately. So maybe that's our starting five is him, Porzingis, the center, Hernan Gomez. I'm probably butchering the shit out of that. This young kid that they drafted at the small forward shooting guard, and they have a decent team, but at least they'll be fun to watch.
Yeah.
So they'll be the Timberwolves.
I'm really, really curious to see now that the reins are off of Hornacek, what can he do as a coach?
Yeah, because he was good where he was before.
The triangle was literally forced down his throat, and he couldn't handle it. No. I mean, he tried. He tried. But
it's hard to coach when you've got somebody riding your back the entire time.
Yeah. Do Like, do you honestly think that Dolan hired Jackson with the hopes that he would coach?
No.
I mean, you understand why he was brought in.
Seltzer.
He was
gonna
brought
be
in.
loud no
He's
matter
gonna,
what.
yeah, you're gonna just do it. There
Seltzer.
you go. There you
I don't drink, people. Seltzer.
go.
Heineken seltzer.
You understand why they brought him in?
They brought him in for names.
For the names.
The only reason they brought him in, honestly, is because that season, the following season, LeBron was going to be a free agent, and Carmelo was coming up on his free agency, and all these guys were going to be free agents, and they figure Phil Jackson in the building is going to get these guys.
I'm looking now at what the free agents are doing now.
Yeah.
They're maneuvering themselves around for 2018 offseason. If you start watching,
You mean they're only signing 1 year?
yep,
Yeah.
watching what
'Cause they wanna
these
see what
players
LeBron-
are doing,
well, I don't know about LeBron, but
they're it's almost like they're getting it's
Way to
almost like
go.
they're getting together and they're trying to figure out, like, there's a master plan that's
Yeah.
going on with all these elite players. I don't know what it is, but you're Chris Paul. You just signed with the Rockets.
well, no, they didn't sign him.
Yeah, I know, but they pulled out the trade, but it was only for a year.
Well,
So,
yeah, they're renting.
I mean, Durant is with Golden State again, 1 year.
he only signed in 1 year.
1 year. So it makes you wonder why all these players are doing what
I
they're
think
doing.
in Durant's case, at least, I think he might be doing a 1 year so that, like, this year he'll get paid less. Like I brought up in episode 3, this year he'll get paid less, and maybe Curry makes his money. And then next year they both sign 1 year, and one takes less and one takes more. You know what I mean? So it works out mathematically because they're so close to the cap right now.
I get it. I think Golden State is set. But what I'm saying is, I think these players around, they're seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
So they're trying to maneuver themselves. So the free agent year comes. I think that's also the isn't that the year the TV deal, like, it goes into boost mode
No,
or
it's
something
actually,
like that?
It's actually leveled off.
It
It
leveled
was
off?
for like the last 3 seasons. It's been insane.
Because
But now
I
it's
know
leveling
they were gonna raise the cap.
They've done it the last 3 years. They raised it.
Okay.
But now they're installing. It looks like they're going to be installing a luxury tax, which is why Golden State's probably going to have to let Iguodala go.
Oh,
'Cause they
wow.
don't want to be over the luxury tax. So I mean that'll help. I think that might be the NBA's first step in trying to stop this stacking between teams. Is luxury taxes, but teams are going to be willing to pay that. Come on. Teams are going to be willing to pay that luxury tax for a year if it means you get a title, because you're going to make so much more money that it's going to counteract, or it's going to counterbalance. You know what I mean? But I think part of that is, part of people signing 1 year deals is because Paul George is a free agent next year, Chris Paul's a free agent next year. Everybody wants to see where these guys go.
The
And then
NBA
they're
is
gonna
going to be
follow them.
completely different next year.
It's going to be still only 4 good teams, but it's going to be different 4 teams. But it's still not going to be small market teams.
Why even buy a jersey anymore?
Yeah, you brought that up the other day.
Why even
But
buy a jersey anymore? You don't even know where if the player's going to be there
Well,
more
they'll
than
be
a year.
cheaper because once people move, they'll go free. You know, they'll go to clearance. That's when I'll buy it.
75% off.
Well,
Yeah, why not?
look,
I'll
like
buy it for Porzingis.
Paul George is saying he'd commit to Cleveland next year if LeBron stays. Now, he's just saying that to drive up his price.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because other teams don't want him to do that. But in order to get Paul George, it makes me feel like I'm saying Boy George. In order to get him,
Come on, Chameleon. Let's go.
in order to get him and keep LeBron and keep Irving, who are you cutting on that team? Because you can't afford everybody. You know what I mean? Because LeBron's going to want max. He's not going to take a pay cut.
We're back to LeBron?
That. I'm just saying.
How the hell we get back to LeBron?
I think they're going to end up on the Lakers next year.
LeBron?
I think LeBron, George, Chris Paul. I think they're going to end up.
I think it's going to happen.
I think they're all going to end up on the Lakers with Ball. Because the Lakers
Can
are
we just address the
clearing
noise?
space. Yes. The
That is
dog
my
has got
dog,
the
Cody.
squeaky. Just take the squeaky
He
away.
just got the toy.
Okay.
He'll bite me. That's all right. In a few minutes,
You couldn't have him do that sound in the first 30 seconds where I said it'll
you know
cut
what?
that
You know what's
sound
gonna
out
happen
for
when I
the rest of
take
the
this?
episode.
Now he's gonna be wanting the toy. That's it. But it's all right. Let's move on. LeBron and the Lakers. I don't want to see those colors at the end.
No, but I think if
I
they
hate the color yellow.
I think if they're going to offer him a lot of money,
It's like watching the Yankees.
what he'll do is, what LeBron's going to do, because he's a dick, is he's going to wait till everybody else signs, see where they sign, then go to whatever one he feels has the best chance at a championship. So what's going to happen is, it's going to be the Lakers, because they'll have Paul and George probably. Sounds like a really bad band. And, no, apparently I'm talking about the Beatles. But that's not really been a band. That was bad correlation. Those don't relate. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. He's just gonna wait and see, and everybody's gonna be sitting on pins and needles about where is he gonna land. And then maybe he'll do another letter that'll get him on the cover of Sports Illustrated, and maybe he'll do another announcement on ESPN because he's a dick. So, listen.
No, not again. I can't sit through another one of those.
Who knows?
Wait, I'm gonna take my challenge to South Beach.
You realize he's the only player that does that? The only one that makes it a whole extravaganza?
They allow it though.
Well, because it's ratings. They're not going to say no. We don't see other players doing that.
Speaking of ratings, I'm going to switch gears. The Mayweather, McGregor. I heard that there's a little talk about him taking. This may not go down. This fight.
What?
Something about the him taking a certain drug.
Who?
McGregor.
Oh, that's not surprising.
So I don't know. Again, I was trying to read it on the way here, back from work, and I don't know if it's one of those.
That's dangerous.
No. No. I was online. I was online at. I don't want to see the store.
Yeah, because they're not
in trouble. I was at one of those stores that the lines are always freaking long, and that's when I was able to look at it. But no, I overheard something about that he may be testing for a certain. It's not steroids. It's definitely not the Aaron Judge, drug. It is. It's something, a PE or something. I don't know. Why are you giving me a look for it?
What do you mean, why?
Because I'm talking about your boys? He is on steroids.
No, he's not.
He is.
Because he hit number 27. Don't hate.
Listen, he hit 50.
Don't hate.
He can hit 50. I'm not mad that. You guys think I get mad that he's like winning or hitting home runs? I could care less.
You're just upset he's not a Met.
No, that's not true at all. It has nothing to do with it. I swear. I really don't. Listen, when I heard that he was hitting home runs, the first thing I said was, "Wow, Yankees got another star. Good for them." Because you know what, Skeeter's gone. So now that Skeeter's gone, you know what I mean. You need an up and coming new star. Yes
At least he's homegrown too.
No,
you gotta give him that.
I'm not. I don't hate the guy. I can't hate somebody I don't know. I don't know him. I'm just saying you cannot for this. Why is it like I feel like I'm the only one that looks at this guy and goes, there could be a possibility that he's juicing.
The only reason I don't agree with you, it has nothing really to do with Judge. It has to do with the fact that Major League Baseball has to be testing these guys like crazy. Has to be. Because you can't let what happened before happen again. You can't let another decade of steroid use.
But you don't know that for sure. You don't know that.
But it's got to be in the back of these players' heads that they're looking at year. How long was Melky gone for?
Type his name
Melky
in.
Was
There's a lot
like
of people that are already starting to speculate. This is a little bit too good to be true.
I don't understand that. The dude is enormous. He is huge. He's like what, 6'7", 6'8"?
He's Frank Thomas huge.
Yeah, he's big. He's a big dude. Have you seen a baseball? They're not big.
Listen, if Cespedes, who's the biggest guy in my team, all right? If
Looks like
Cespedes
Danny Tartable used to break a rib every time he swung the bat.
Yeah, listen, if Cespedes all of a sudden started hitting home runs, I know. I'll back up. Murphy. Daniel Murphy. When he was on fire in the playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, in 2015, I was saying, "Oh my God, this guy must be juicing." And maybe it's because of the era that we're in that you assume that guys hitting home runs. And you got to see this. Heath is chasing my dog right now because of the squeaker. They can tolerate the squeaker. Bottom line is this. You telling me, forget about Mets, Yankees, forget about Yankees for a second.
I'll forget about the Mets.
No, I'm being serious.
I'll forget about it.
Think about it for just a second. Think about it as a baseball fan. You really can honestly sit here and tell me that you really, with full certainty, that you don't even doubt even half a fraction of a percent. If that even makes sense, what I just said.
No,
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it now because, like I said,
I doubt it. You guys
this dog will not beat me.
It's not. The simple fact, like what Heath said, the testing. they drill us so much now. It's impossible. If they do, the players are completely stupid.
Well,
there's still players that are getting caught.
Those are the stupid ones.
Yeah, those are the dumb ones. They're like, it's just a gel.
All right, let's say let's just say hypothetically, tomorrow it comes out he's on juice. Are you going to call him stupid then?
Yeah, I would.
Yes,
okay,
absolutely.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear.
I'll say it right now, Aaron Judge, if you're on steroids, you're dumb. There you go.
And I can't believe that you don't even think twice that it's possible.
If he's on steroids, the dumbest thing he could ever do.
You won't even say it's plausible.
All right.
How can you not?
Say, because maybe I don't want to put that doubt in my head because I want to believe in something good for a change.
I do too. I really do. It has nothing to do with the Yankee thing.
So I'm not going to sit there and put that doubt in my own mind and destroy it for myself. If it comes out later on that he is, which he'll be tested this year, I guarantee you. With the way he's hitting, he's going to get tested.
I'm sure he's been tested. He's going to be tested soon.
Yeah, if he hasn't been already, but. I guarantee you he's going to get tested, at least tested this year at some point.
He's going to get tested as he gets closer to a record. By the way, he's about to beat Skeeter's record. 34. What? 34 consecutive. I've done my homework.
Who's that?
Skeeter had 34 consecutive.
I don't know Yankee name. Who's that?
Skeeter.
Who's Skeeter?
The guy you.
Is that a Muppet character?
I love the Muppets, by the way.
Is that a Muppet character?
Yeah. I'll call him Derek, but I ain't calling him the last name. So.
Okay. What do you think? Is like Candyman? He's gonna show up if you say it 3 times?
I don't like to give him any
credit whatsoever.
Credit for it. No.
All right.
No.
Why?
So,
Why?
For being a human being.
Why?
I think he's a good person.
Yeah.
I just don't like him as a baseball player.
Why?
So anyway,
he didn't get tested positive for once. Or anything.
He didn't need to. He was a very good player. Any baseball fan, if I said that he stunk, I would be dumb. Nobody would ever want to listen to my words on a podcast. Derek was a very good player. How can I not say that? But I won't call him Skeet. I'm not going to call him this.
You heard it here, folks. He loves Derek Jeter. He just said it.
Yeah.
Who's that? Derek Skeeter. He had 34 consecutive hits. He had a 34 game hitting streak. Derek Skeeter.
Wait, was it hits or on base?
On base.
On base.
Okay. Yeah. And he's at 30. Aaron. He's at 30. So he's got 4 to go. I hope he beats it. I'm rooting for him.
Well, yeah, because that's not because you want
then
him
you don't
to do
hear
it,
about Skeeter anymore. Let's beat the record. I want him to beat every record.
If he beats anything that Derek Jeter does, you might as well just give him a monument now in Monument Park.
Those monuments are ugly. I'm sorry. They look like tombs.
They don't look anything like the player. I will give you that.
They look like tombs. It looks like a freaking death area.
Okay.
I don't
know who's buried there.
You know what's beautiful? The only thing I'll say about there's nothing. Never mind.
I don't like the plaques. I like the retired numbers. I like how they did that, all in a row.
That was cool.
We have such a storied franchise. There are no single digits in there
Of
anymore.
course, you had a storied franchise. There was only 4 teams back in those days. Somebody had to be good.
You should go.
By the way, the Red Sox were better until the trade happened.
Let's not do that again.
No, wait until you go to the museum and then you see
I
don't go
baseballs.
I don't go in there.
The museum, now that we all know how much you love Derek Jeter, the museum.
Let me tell you, the only time I ever go to Skanky Stadium is when I'm given a ticket, and it's a player, has to be from the Mets. So when I went to see the Toronto, it was because Reyes was there.
Yeah.
And I wore my.
You did that on purpose?
Of course, I wore my Reyes jersey. I took you. And I was.
Right?
I don't. First of all,
Mr. Injury.
I don't like to sit in. I don't buy their food either. I don't buy no food from Skanky Stadium. I don't contribute.
Oh, you went because Reyes was on the Blue Jays.
I go when a ticket has been paid for me. I will not.
How can you
money.
still root for Reyes?
Reyes?
Yeah.
Because he's a Met.
Yeah, but he's an asshole.
I don't care. He's a Met. When you don the Met jersey, except if you've been a Yankee.
No matter how horrible person you are.
He's a Met.
Okay.
I'm a loyal Met fan unless you come from the Skankies.
Or you go to the Yankees. Then.
Oh yeah, I had 2 Carlos Delgado jerseys. They went garbage.
Why?
Because he went. Did I say Delgado?
Beltran. Yeah.
Beltran. Oh yeah.
We almost got.
I threw him out. Too. My wife was pissed. But she bought one of them. She bought one of them. I can't have that in my house. I'm sorry. It's paraphernalia.
See, that would have worn.
Oh, garbage. That's the one thing about living in Rhode Island that was the best. On 4th of July weekend, you go to a party, and they would take Yankee hats and they burn them. Oh,
That's because they.
it's like Christmas.
That's because they're sick up there.
Oh,
Massachusetts fans are sick.
they
Yeah,
were nice to me. I had my hat on.
Yeah, your T-shirts are ridiculous.
No, they're awesome, and they're very
Ridiculous.
creative.
Oh,
There's
I
nothing
know.
wrong with it.
I've seen them.
I love them. What's wrong with them? They only tell the truth.
They're atrocious.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I know they're probably bad.
It's the best thing in the world. Listen, when you go to Boston and you're walking down that nice street and you feel all the hatred for the Yankees, it's the nicest feeling in the world.
You must have finished while you were in that on our road.
No, but thinking about it right now, yeah.
And again, we're awkward.
Yeah.
So, how was your week?
How are we gonna transition to
I'm going
that?
to transition to that because that was
Well, I don't want to get. I'm not gonna get too detailed on my week because it's part of my rant.
okay.
But I will say it's. Okay, I got a story. It's not my rant though. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, he's got to take a sip.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
Here he goes.
There we go.
All right. So I had a stent inside of me, right,
Okay.
for the kidney stone.
Yeah.
For all the male people out there, all the males, this is the story for us. I go to get it removed,
Yeah.
and the whole thing I'm dreading is not even about the awkwardness or the pain.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about, please let it be a male nurse.
Why?
Because I don't want a female in there when they're going after something. That's just the thing for me right now.
Okay.
And what happens? It is a student.
Nice.
And a bombshell.
of course.
Beautiful bombshell.
That's what I would have been hoping for the whole
And
time.
I'm like, oh Lord, please don't let me be in 5th grade again. I don't want to feel like I'm in 5th grade again.
Then you look over and you're like, yeah.
No, I was
That's
good.
right.
I was good.
Think about
Bottom
baseball.
line is,
Think about baseball.
She assisted, and they took the set.
Good word.
Yeah.
That's a safe word.
She assisted, and they removed it, and yeah, that wasn't fun. So
That sounds fun to me.
It was awkward, but the only thing that was cool, they had a
She
camera.
assisted.
Yeah.
She lifted it up.
Well,
That's
the
it.
doctor told him not to lift anything heavy.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. I like that. That was
You're
good.
welcome.
Good save.
I'll let
Good
you
save.
have that one.
Good save. So no, I mean, other than that, it's been a pretty good week. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm now down 15 pounds now. I got about 25 to go. We'll see what happens.
You know, cotton candy's only 2 points.
Oh my god.
I only know that because of Randy's wife.
So that's my week. How about you, Randall?
Well, I had a funny story too. It's during the week I ended up pulling on my road, and I was on my cell phone, which I shouldn't have been,
Ooh.
and
Do not text and drive, people.
cop pulls me over.
Oh,
Right, he got me. It's serious. All right, he did get me. I was on my cell phone.
Did you say that
The
when you got
flashing-
to the window? Where you're like,
No,
you got
wait,
me.
no, wait,
You got me.
wait. Flashing lights are behind you.
is this daytime or not?
This is daytime. This is about 3:00 in the afternoon. That's about 2 days ago,
All right.
3 days ago. Flashing lights are behind me. I pull off to the side. Get the license, get the insurance card ready. I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and the police officer says my first and last name as he's outside of his car and he's walking up to mine.
No, Kelly Clarkson.
So I'm like,
I gotta bleep that out. Damn it. I didn't mean to say his name.
well, you know what it is?
Edit.
Yeah.
We talk so freely.
Was
that
it him, though?
Yeah.
Alright.
So
I got a story for this. Go ahead.
he says my name as he's walking up to the car. I look over and was like, hey, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in 20 years.
You said that, or he said you?
I said it, right? So we start talking back and forth, but we're talking about, the people that, we've lost throughout the years and stuff, people that have graduated with us.
As he's writing you a ticket.
No, but that's the thing. It was, a guy from my graduating class.
Wow.
I literally haven't seen him in 20 years.
Wow.
So when he came up and he approached the car, we started talking, back high school days, reminiscing and all that stuff. we're talking on the side of the road for, I'd say, a good 10 minutes. His lights are still going on. He's at my car. You know, we're talking about whatever. And I said to him, I says, by the way, I said, are you pulling me over because of the cell phone? He said, yes. He said, but don't worry, I'm not giving you a ticket. He says, but just be careful. He says, because that's what we're looking for now. So I'm gonna lead into this rant.
He's so lucky.
I'm gonna. Oh,
how much is that ticket?
Dude, that's a $500 ticket. Easy.
What?
Yeah, that's big money now.
Yeah, tickets are crazy now.
So, this is my question to you guys. I'm gonna open it up to you.
Oh wow.
A situation that you've been involved in with a police officer pulling you over, that you've gotten away, that you shouldn't have gotten away with. Has there been anything?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny thing, same exact officer. It's my first day back in New York, right after moving back. I'm driving to your house, which is a 30-mile-per-hour road. I'm doing like 45 easy, right? I'm coming around this turn, I see his cop's SUV parked there. So I slow down to like 38, right? Which is reasonable to me. And he pulls me over, and I pull over, I'm like, 8 miles per hour? Like, I'm cursing him out. I'm like, this asshole. I'm not looking at my rear view or anything. Pulls me over 8 miles an hour. This ticket's going to look ridiculous, right? I turn, I look outside the window, and I was like, oh, damn, what's up? Bleep. How you been? And you could see the disappointment on his face, because he knew right then he wasn't going to give me a ticket. He's like, man, how are you? How's it been? I was like, oh, man, it's been great. And we just started talking. And
this guy's a horrible cop.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have to bleep the name out.
Yeah.
But, no,
Get the time.
Same situation.
You have it.
I listen to the whole thing while I'm doing it anyways. But the situation, actually a ballpark wouldn't hurt. All right, so 30 minutes. But no, that's the same type of situation. One time was, I threw some cleavage out there, but that's no different.
What?
I'm fucking with you. I'm messing with you.
What?
I like to get that expression out of your face where you're like,
I was
did
like,
you
what?
really just say that? So go ahead. Anybody else got one?
Oh my god. All right, mine's funny. All right, so I was visiting at the time from Rhode Island. I pick up a friend of ours, and she wants to go to a club, or not club, like a bar. I don't drink, but I rented a bigger car. Like I had a smaller car, so I got a full size car.
Yeah.
And you know, when you drive a full size car, it's bigger.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
it just so happens that on the way home, she's trashed. And we're driving, and I must have, like, right by the McDonald's area where we live.
Yeah.
Not that that's going to matter to you people on the podcast. But anyway, it's a little windy. I guess when I went around, I kind of scraped the yellow line. You know, the way it was. So, woo! State trooper. And I'm like, dang it. Now I'm on the opposite. Because now I'm thinking when it was a state trooper, I'm like, oh, I can't get out of this one. Because, you know, when it's a local, you kind of hope you know the cop.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh.
We know a couple troopers.
Well,
Couple
this is in 2010.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Troopers graduated with us.
Well, I wasn't living here, so I don't. You know.
Okay.
So she's a woman. She gets out of the car. She gets, she knocks on the window, and I roll it down, and she goes, "How you doing?" I go, "I'm good." She goes, "So, you know why I pulled you over?" I go, "Honestly, I don't, because I wasn't speeding." I says, and number one, and number two, I really don't know, honestly. She goes, well, let me ask you something. You've been drinking? And before I can say no, the friend to my right goes, I am, and I'm trashed. Are you a woman or a man?
Oh.
And I give her the look. I wish they could see my face. I would look over, like, shut up.
Yeah.
Now the lady goes, I'm a woman, and if you really want to know, I'll show you. I'll make you get out, and then we'll really show you what a woman police officer looks like.
What does that mean?
Well,
what does that mean?
I think she meant like we'll look at each other eye to eye. That's what I took it as.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Now,
Maybe she wanted to assist her.
Maybe. So
good word.
So she told me, that I went over the line. She made me then she asked me if I drank, and I said no, absolutely not. I don't drink. She goes, no, you can really be honest with me. I said, no, I'm being serious. I don't drink. I can tell you I just had water. She goes, well, given the fact that your friend is drunk, and you're driving in a, is this a car rental? I'm like, yes. She goes, okay, well, it's car rental, your friend's drinking. Would you be okay with taking a test? Or
I like how she's like, no, it's okay. You can tell me. I'm not going to arrest you if you tell me. Like, you just blatantly lied to me, officer.
So I said, yeah, I'll take a test. I said, I've never done that one before. No problem. So we get out, and I'm doing the whole backward alphabet, which is, let me tell you something, sober or
it's
drunk.
Hard to do, yeah.
Yeah, you out of your mind.
I would have just turned around and done it.
So I did it the best I could. She can tell I was all right.
Yeah.
And then she made me do the line, pass with no problem.
Yeah.
And then she made me do the finger, like, the thing like this.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, how many more tests do I have to do?
Yeah.
So finally she goes, all right, I believe you, let's get your friend home.
Breathalyzer alone would have solved all that.
We didn't get that far, but I think she kind of figured it out. So I got back in the
She was just
car.
fucking with you at that point.
I think so.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of the comment. I got punished with the comment.
All right, yeah.
So we get
Not
back
being
in the
able to control
car.
your friends.
My friend was already passed out for a few minutes.
Yeah.
During this whole time.
Yeah.
When we get back in the car, she wakes up and she's like, "Am I home yet?" And the officer goes, "No, ma'am. We're all set." He goes, "Who are you?" He goes, and she goes, "I'm the officer that you met a few minutes ago." She goes, "Oh, how you doing, officer? He's cute." And she goes, "Take her home. Just take her home." Yo, she really thought it was a dude. And this girl was attractive.
No, there's an attractive.
It was an attractive officer.
Yeah.
I was like, how did you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
There is an attractive one.
Yep.
So many weird, crazy thoughts went through my head when I saw it.
Yep.
I was like, yes. Yep. You can, all of that. You can assist me into the car with yes.
What's that word again?
Hey, I'm gonna keep bringing it
But
back.
you want to know something? I will say something real quick. No, finish, because if you don't finish, you're going to forget, and I'm going to get in trouble.
No, okay. That'll bring up the other thing. But
See?
I had to do a drunk test once, right? I had a couple beers at dinner, nothing bad. And it was even like an hour before I even drove, so I was fine, right? But I had to follow this damn pen, and I've never been so fucking stressed out following a pen before. I'm like, you do not look away from that pen!
Were you drunk?
This pen, no, not at all. But I was just so stressed that I gotta get this right. I was like, this pen is your life. You love that pen. It's the sexiest pen you've ever seen. Do not look away from this pen. And the officer's just looking
I'm gonna pick for this.
The officer's just looking at my face, like watching me look like real focused, which is probably not better. It's probably worse. But they're like moving it back and forth.
Probably thought you were on drugs.
I'm waiting for the cop to start messing with me, just bouncing it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I was fine.
Just holding it straight, like bouncing it up and down. Look, it's made out of rubber.
Look, it wobbles. Blowing my mind.
What I was gonna say was, when you get pulled up by a cop, and you are drinking, let's say, because I have a story when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
Actually, it was when I just turned 21.
Yeah, and you just got done playing with wrestling toys. We got it.
No, I was 18. I was 18. For the record, I was 18.
All right, so 3 years later.
18. Well, let me ask. Okay, hold on. Let's go there. Hold on. I'm gonna defend it. I'll defend it. What is the difference between playing with dolls and playing an Xbox
First of
version?
all, action figures.
No, they're dolls.
No.
They're dolls.
No,
they're wrestling dolls.
No,
they were called wrestling dolls.
Yeah, but
They weren't called action figures.
Fine.
Back in the 80s.
G.I. Joes that I played with are action
They
figures.
were action figures, but they were wrestling figures, actually.
Yeah, okay.
All right. What's the difference between playing with wrestling figures and Xbox, and then or playing Xbox Live, NBA Live, and pretending that you're actually that
You're not doing your own sound effects.
It's more, yeah.
You're telling me when you play video games, you don't go, "Oh yeah," and you don't commentate?
I don't go, pew, pew. Oh, and the slam, scratch.
I don't do that. I don't do that. I'll do like,
Wait, why are you talking present?
I don't do that. I go, close
Wait,
on.
with the video games or the toys?
I do both. I don't play with the dolls anymore. I don't have them.
It's socially
You just said
acceptable.
you had them last episode.
I have them. I don't have them out. They're down in the basement.
If
I
where
could,
you go to play with
if
them.
I could, I probably would just for old time's sake.
Oh, man.
They're fun. They were fun. It was a good time. I had a good time. All right, let me go back.
All right, okay.
When you get pulled over by the police, I'll give you another story real quick. I was in my 20s. I was just 21. I drank, but I was very responsible. I really was.
Yeah.
I drank, and I can remember to this day. We went out. It was my brother. He was DJing at I can't even say that actually, so we'll bleep that part. Never mind. But it was a actually I can say this because it doesn't exist anymore. I can say it was called Ricochet's.
Oh God, that place.
Remember that?
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't say where it was at, but I can say it because they don't
He
call
who shall
it.
not be named. When I used to DJ with your brother, the one that no one here any longer hangs out with, man, he was annoying when he would go there.
Really? My friend.
Yeah, he was sitting at the bar, just creeping on girls.
Who should not be named.
I can't say that because I still talk to him. But anyway, so I don't hang with him, but I still talk to him, so I can't say that. So listen, the bottom line is this: it was actually with him too.
He's my Voldemort.
It's actually. So we were coming. We were coming.
We might have lost Randy.
Are you really laughing at me? Oh my god! I'm gonna keep talking because you guys are dying.
Wait. Real quick story. He and I are in court, right?
Oh no!
And he does something stupid. We're right in the middle of court and we're about to get called up for like a fairly serious thing. And he starts getting the giggles like he just had. And then I'm laughing at his ass. And our entire defense was we were so sorry for what we did. And both of us are dying laughing. And then this lawyer gets up and looks like a vampire. And we both just start laughing even harder right in the middle of court. Oh, dumbass.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. It's okay.
No. So you and Bryant.
Well,
you and that dude. You and the guy that should not be named.
Well, you know what? That's okay because he'd be actually happy that I said his name. So, anyways,
This is true.
they would. So, and we just don't give it the last name.
When are you guys gonna say my name again? Remember that time you said my name?
Yeah. When can I drive? Can I drive now?
Oh
When can I
god.
drive? Half hour in.
We'll cover that story.
Oh, you can drive. Oh, I don't want to drive no more.
Half hour in. Somebody else want to take over?
Now we're gonna have to tell that story. Let me finish the drunk story,
Okay,
and then I'll tell you that
I
story.
have another couple of cop ones too. We gotta
Oh
get
my
back to.
god!
Go ahead.
So the bottom line is this: when I got pulled over, I had drank at like 7 o'clock at night. I had one, I think it was like a rum and coke, and I didn't drink for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
All right, I really didn't. I drank water because my brother was like, "You have to drink water. You gotta drink water." But it just so happened that we left at 10,
Yeah.
so it's 3 hours. May not be still good to drive, but I went. We got pulled over, like 100 feet from the place. Like they were watching.
Oh,
me
so they're
leave.
waiting
Yeah.
for you.
So
Yeah.
I get pulled over now. My friend Bry, we'll call him Bry. My friend Bry, he's panicking because we pull over.
Him?
Yeah,
No.
he's panicking. He's like, oh my god, you're
Oh, God.
21, you're gonna lose your license. I go, chill out.
I gotta
was like,
call
I'm
my
not
mom.
drunk. I'm
I
not
gotta call
drunk.
my mom.
So the guy pulls up and he goes, have you guys been drinking? And I said, and now I guess anybody would probably think I would say no. I was like, yes, I was drinking. And the officer went, excuse me?
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, you asked me. I've been drinking. And my friend Brian just gives me like a nudge, like, you idiot. And I go, I'm not going to lie to a police officer.
Yeah.
And the police officer goes, well, I appreciate you being honest, but you do realize where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I go, no, I don't, because I'm going to tell you exactly when I drank. I can tell you exactly when I stopped. And I can tell you the exact time it is right now. And I guess when I said that,
Yeah.
he kind of, like, wow, this guy is...
You
So-
had your faculties.
Yeah, and but long story short, I didn't get a ticket. But when right before he left, he goes, a little bit word of advice. You probably would have been better off saying no,
Yeah.
because even though you
You
are
admitted
obviously
he
okay
could have
to
taken
drive,
you right there.
I can still legally take you. For
Yeah, he
this.
could have taken you right there
Yep.
and pounded your car just because
Yeah.
you admitted it.
He goes, but I respect your honesty. You don't get that often.
Yeah.
He goes, but that honesty could have got you in big trouble tonight.
Yeah.
And I says, all right. He says, now get out of here. And that was it. But I try to be honest.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's one of those weird things.
Real quick, cop story. And then
Oh,
there's
it's
one with both. No, not that one yet. But you can start that one if you want.
No,
after
go
I'm
ahead.
done with this.
Go ahead.
No, I mean after I'm done with this one. I don't need to go back to back. You start it and I'll help out. So, me, my friend Doc, which I can say because it's not his real name, and another friend of ours, we were moving the third friend down to Atlanta and back in like 48 hours. It was just move down, unload the stuff, get in the house, drive back, pretty much. Right? It was maybe even less than 48 hours. So we're driving back, exhausted, right? In an empty Ryder truck, big ass Ryder truck, windy ass day. Things are wind's blowing against this thing, and it's a big square. All right, it's gonna rock you. So I'm driving through like
Good song, by the way.
Thank you. I'm driving through like this. There's always road work down there in West Virginia, Virginia. So I'm driving through this road work, and this trooper pulls up alongside me, and I'm like, Doc, this cop's gonna pull us over. And he's like, why? I was like, I don't know why, but I can tell. I'm just looking at him. He's gonna pull us over. Sure enough, he got behind us, pulled us over. Comes up, asked me for my, without even asking me for my license, asked me to get out of the truck. Right? Walks me around his truck. Opens his passenger side door, has me get into the truck, right? And I feel this hot breath on my neck. And I'm like, tell me this dude put me in his cop car, because then he walked away to talk to Doc. I was like, tell me this dude let me in the truck with a kill in the backseat. So I turn around, big ass German Shepherd. It's huge.
Oh, shit.
Right? And there's no, like, fence between us.
But you in the passenger side of the front seat?
Yeah, but the canine unit, he can get to the dog. There's like, you can open that.
The gate.
Yeah, you can open it. So the dog's head is like right here.
Wow.
I'm like, hey, dog. Right? I just start petting
I
it.
don't
Like,
get why he went in the car.
because if I had drugs on me, the dog would have just started going nuts right away without him having to pat me down and shit. Or if I had been smoking and smelled like weed, the dog would be going crazy. But I'm sitting there, I'm petting the thing, right? And then he comes back, he gets in the car, and he makes my friend Doc, like, he puts him up against the back of the car.
I hate that.
Does a whole search, right? Doesn't find anything, obviously.
Don't they have to have probable cause?
Yeah. The probable cause was I was swerving.
Oh,
which is
of
because
the
the damn wind hitting a freaking giant brick. So he gets back in the truck, right? And I gotta tell you Doc's side of the story after this. He gets back in the truck. You could tell on his face he was pissed because I'm sitting there petting the dog. Oh, you dog. Right? And he's like, just mad. Right. And he's like, I'm going to give you a warning. And I wanted to be like, you mean in case I ever am in West Virginia and get pulled over by you specifically again for the exact same thing is what you're warning me for. Right? So he's like, no, I'm going to give you a warning. I don't appreciate your friend's attitude, you know what I mean? But I'm going to let you guys go off with a warning this time. So I get out of the car, right? I go back in. And the whole time, because the cop is looking at me, Doc is standing there leaning against the back of the truck, just giving a finger to the front of the truck. I'm like, come on. Like, he was doing it nonchalantly, like down towards the side of his pants, but I could see it, so if a cop looked, you would have seen it.
Wow.
So we get back into the car, right? And he's like, I was like, what happened? What did he ask you? He's like, first he asked if we had anything we weren't supposed to. I told him just some rich bits, officer. He didn't like that, so he made me get out of the truck, right? And he's patting him down, and he's like, I'm telling him I'm not a steak, officer.
He did not.
No, this is him. This is Doc. So he's like, I'm not a steak, officer, right? And I'm like, all right. Now, what I was worried about was I had half a fifth of a bottle of SoCo in the back of the truck. Like, it shouldn't have been a problem. It was in the back of a moving truck in my backpack.
Right.
Shouldn't have been a thing. But if the cop wanted to make it a thing, he could.
Right.
So then we're driving. And Doc is like, I'm just glad he didn't look in my bag. And I'm like, why? He's like, oh, because the third friend gave me like 3 pills of ecstasy.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So I'm like,
You must have flipped.
I was pretty pissed. I was like, are you kidding me? You were fucking with the cop. And you had knowing that was in the car?
In a way, that him messing with the cop.
That might have saved him.
Yeah, because he wasn't acting all...
Yo, I'm nervous like right now, but you said that.
No. Doc,
wow.
Doc is the most even cute.
No, I know, but it's just, like, you put yourself in that position, like, oh my, I was a friend of mine, kicked him right out of the car. Straight up.
That might have just saved him, though.
Yeah, I mean,
God.
He's so laid back, like, he only has one real level, and it's just chill.
How did we get to this topic?
Hold on. Here was the thing, real quick. Last story, real quick. I was on my way. How old? They was 18, 19?
Like yeah,
it's like 6 years ago. All right, go ahead.
yeah, we'll go to that.
I pull around onto his road.
You had your wrestling belt.
I had my. This is the first vehicle I've ever owned.
You know I love you.
It was a huge...
I'm just trying to figure out what kind of picture I'm going to put for the YouTube version.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Go ahead.
You
should take a picture of you now.
Thank God we don't have that many viewers that are commenting on our Twitter page, because I can only imagine what they would be saying right now. You play with dolls?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, pisser.
All right.
Did you just fart?
No, that was a chair.
Okay.
For real, not Randy chair.
Okay.
What? When I move, it's
All
still
right. So your first vehicle.
It is my first vehicle, and it's a really big pickup truck. It's an '89 Chevy.
Oh.
So-
a huge truck.
So we're
When we used.
going
Yeah,
around, and I'm going over to Heath's house. I'm about to pick him up. I think we're going to see a movie or something.
Yeah, exactly.
We're a
And-
whole 50 feet away.
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's like literally
two
like
blocks.
2 blocks.
But I'm pulling around. I'm parking in front of his house, and I'm waiting for him to come out. All of a sudden, I see a cop car up on top of the hill.
Because there's an intersection at the top of the hill where my house was.
Yeah, I remember.
So as Heath is walking out, he's coming into the truck. I said to Heath, I was like, "Listen, I think this cop is going to pull us over."
How? You
We're-
were
we're-
standing still.
I'm
because
parked.
it's a small town police force and they need
Well,
any little thing.
of course.
I'm parked in front of his house. So I'm telling him, I'm like, "We're going to get pulled over."
Put your seatbelt on.
So we did. We put our seatbelts on. We, pulling around or whatever.
Because we cut through apartments to get back to the other side of the road. So
Gotcha.
As I'm pulling into the apartment complex, sure enough,
Boom.
cop comes down, throws his lights on,
Oh my
pulls us
God.
over right in the complex, the apartment complex, the parking lot.
Oh, wow.
So he says to us, "Where you guys going? Where you coming from? Where you stuff like that." It was like we didn't do anything. So I said to the cop, "Why are you pulling me over?" And he couldn't answer.
because
So
he had no answer.
He had no answer. So the funny thing about it was
Wait, there's
my
more.
uncle.
Not only did he ask for his license and registration, he asked for my license. He asked what his parents did. He asked what my parents do. Now, mind you, in this town, especially at that time, I had literally a relative on almost every block in that town. I still have most of that town is made up of my relation or people that know my family. So him asking me after he heard
Was
the
he a new
last
cop or
name,
something?
no, after he heard the last name was just more BS. But go ahead.
Just so happened that my uncle borrowed the truck the night before.
Oh, there's a backstory.
So
Yeah.
I didn't realize that there was alcohol in the truck.
Oh.
An open bottle.
This seems to be a theme with me.
Didn't realize it was behind the seat. All right, we have one. It's a pickup truck. Not a quad cab or
Not
anything like that.
extended cab.
This is a regular just front
Right.
seat truck. So the cop, we're out of the truck. And the cop is looking through the truck, and he finds the open containers of alcohol.
Uh,
But
Now
he had no legitimate reason to pull us over.
he had no reason to pull us over, and then just right, like we don't drink. We didn't drink it there at that time. So
Yeah.
he's
But you
looking
see
at the
these
open.
two
He's seen the
18-year-olds,
open
yeah.
container of alcohol, and he just starts going off like, why do you have open container of alcohol? What are you doing? Where are you going? This and that. It was just the fact that I knew he was going to pull us over. I called it, and he did it, and there was no reason for it.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
just
word
being
for
an-
word.
just
That's
being
word
an
for
ass.
word how it happened. He had to let us go because he had no reason to pull us over in the first place.
but he still searched and found it.
Yeah, but he has to have a legitimate reason to pull us over. He would have had to completely lie to make some shit up, and it was only a 2-block trip. So, I mean, come on. Anybody that we went to court for, he would have had to explain in those 2 blocks why you pulled us over. So, he had no legitimate cause.
Wow.
If it was maybe from one end of Kelly Clarkson to the other, damn it, another bleep. If it
Write
was
it
one
down.
end of that town to the other,
58.
You got 30 and 58, bro.
I'm sorry,
You got a lot of work.
we're so comfortable. It's, Kelly Clarkson! But now I gotta bleep that out. Stop giving me shit I gotta bleep out. I can't, now I say I brought it up again. God damn it. Anyway, you write down the times.
30 and
30 and
58.
58. Anyway, so he had no legitimate reason. But yeah, the cops there are so bored that me and my friend John, I may have already said this in another episode, we were letting off firecrackers.
No.
Little firecrackers. Those little ones you get on the 4th of July.
That was you, wasn't it?
That was the chair.
No, that was
No,
live.
that was
you
real.
just said it was you.
That was real.
You
No,
just
he
looked
just
at us.
said it.
No, you said it with your eyes.
Dude, he just said it.
Let me tell you something. If a chair made... That sounded like a grumble.
Yeah, that was not.
Chairs don't make
that
that
was
kind
not
of
a
noise.
leather sound.
Chairs don't go...
All right, my ass.
All right.
There you
Anyway, so these three cops come running into his backyard with their guns drawn. Who's got the gun? Who's got the gun? We were 16. Who's got the gun? Put the gun down. Put it down. We held up the firecrackers. Like,
Are you kidding?
See, no, I'm dead ass. And then, because John is Mexican, they turn around and ask him his social security number. I messed up his ass. I was like, what about mine? What's my social security number? You don't want to know mine?
I wouldn't take yours.
I was like, right? I wouldn't give it. But it's kind of messed up that's... You ask him, like, could you be any more blatant? I mean, come on.
So, law, let me tell you. And you know what's sad? The town's still weird like that.
No, absolutely, yeah. Especially given what happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was
nuts.
a joke.
Yeah,
that's on YouTube, by the way.
Really? I walk my dog. I don't watch YouTube.
Well, you're
I walk my dog right by that house all the time.
They released the footage after we're done.
Oh, all right, yeah.
There's the actual footage of the cam.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, all right. I want to see.
You saw it?
Oh no! What's his face? The one that pulled me over told me about it.
What's funny is
it's crazy.
I was at work when I got word that happened. It was a police shootout. It was crazy in a small town. So I was at work.
Don't sit it down.
And as soon as somebody told me that was happening, I told them what house it was and who I thought it was.
Really? You knew?
And I knew it was the exact same house. I knew it.
Really?
He just looks like that type of person. You know what I mean?
Really?
I'm pretty good at gauging people. Randy will tell you. So I knew it was him, and I was dead on.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I still walk by that way, and you see the bullet holes in the windows and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
They never fixed it?
No. Well, no. It was. I don't want to get too into details. I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah.
I do have some details about the people involved, but no, it was crazy.
Wow. Okay. I don't even know where to go from there.
Well, all right. We should probably bring it back into the actual topic of the podcast, which is sports. You had some things you wanted to say about Tebow.
I'm just happy about Tim Tebow, man. He got promoted. Well, I think they call it a promotion.
I don't understand what he got promoted from. No. I'm not going to say the same joke again, which I'm really pissed that I wasted it before the show.
You can use it. Go ahead.
He got promoted to single A.
Well,
so what was he before? It had to be Little League.
You happy?
Yeah, it's a different joke. It's a different joke. It still is funny.
Did he go back to college?
No, seriously.
No, I don't.
What do you get promoted to a single A team from?
I don't know.
Just not playing at all?
I don't know. I mean,
No, I think there are baseball teams
prior
to single A, double A, triple A, but
so like
they're
a
not
semi-professional league.
They're like affiliate leagues.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay.
And
so
I mean, they're kind of governed by.
Now he's in the system.
They're kind of governed by the teams, but they don't.
Yeah, like right now, if you go to MLB The Show, he's in there.
Really?
Yeah, it's updated.
Wow, that's crazy.
So basically, you're going to promote him to the major leagues. On your team.
Well, it's funny. I was listening to a radio show in New York, and they're stating that they think that because the way obviously the Met season is going, they're gonna find some way to get him into the Met lineup in September just for seats.
Oh, yeah.
Which is smart.
Typical
smart.
Met stuff.
Hey, I'll take it.
It's the same
I'll
shit
take
the
it.
Jets
But
do.
look at the difference. I would rather have Tebow get moved in September to fill a seat than what's going to happen to your boy when they expose him for steroids.
Aw, man.
Come on,
that was not even a smooth segue.
It's the truth. Listen, I pray to God that I'm wrong.
It was so painful for you to say that. It almost came out wrong.
I pray that I
you
pray,
almost said right.
I don't want to wish any negative on a person. All I tell you is an opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Because for your sakes, you better pray to God I'm wrong. Because the day it leaks out, we're going into immediate live, a live recording, live footage, and I'm going to, it's going to be dedicated all on that.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you eat chewables just to make it look like you're eating steroids.
You
That's
understand, you have to get me here first.
Eventually, we're going to have to tape. It's going to have to happen. But anyway, Tebow, he went there to finish it up. He went there, and he hit his first pitch, hit a home run. Listen, regardless
Did he do the pose when he crossed
the
plate?
Please tell me he didn't do the
I hope
Tebow at home plate.
No. I hope he does.
Dude, no. Do you know how many people would hate him? Players would hate him.
I would love it.
They would bean him every time he got up.
I would love it. I mean, he's not going to do that. Listen, I wish him well because I think he's a good... We talked about heroes.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. I mean, despite whatever, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
I do have one thing I have to say about him, though. If he was willing to swallow his pride and give up being a quarterback in the NFL and become a tight end, he would have had a Hall of Fame career as a tight end player.
I agree.
He's fast. He's got good hands. He knows how to get into the end zone. That's why he broke so many records in college. He's a talented guy, but he just couldn't swallow his pride and not being an actual quarterback and become one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. I don't understand.
I'll play devil's advocate, even though I don't know anything about what's in his mind. I think that when you're told that you're the quote-unquote greatest or could be the greatest, that's kind of hard to sit back and say, I'll just do this. I know what you're looking at. You're looking at it.
He still would have been the greatest.
But he probably didn't think of it that way. You know what I mean? That's like saying, if I said to you, listen, you like playing point guard, right? Mm-hmm. And I played. I'm not a great basketball player, but I play with you. You're a great passer. I've seen you play. You play well. If somebody came up to you and said, listen, you would be a better coach, you would have a problem with that because you love being a point guard.
Yeah, but I mean...
But it would still bother you.
It's
potatoes and oranges.
That's why I stopped. Right. That's why I stopped. I'm like, where the hell am I going with this?
I caught you.
I was going to say potatoes and tomatoes.
All right, these are better. They say you're
potatoes and tomatoes.
They tell you instead of a point guard, you're going to be a shooting guard.
Yeah, that's better.
I'll say that.
Yeah. I'd say no. I'm saying no. I'm too short, but I get it.
That's how I'm looking at it. I don't know.
But I mean, if changing the position would mean I'd be great at that one position, then yeah.
But you don't think nobody probably sat him down and told him that? I
think everybody. I mean,
you think so?
I think enough people were saying that because teams were saying we'll sign you, but can we move you to tight end?
If anybody would have done it, it would have been Belichick. Belichick would have.
Yeah, he was on the team for what? He was on the team for a couple of weeks, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah, because he wouldn't move. Yeah. He wanted to be a quarterback. If he had moved to a tight end,
I can guarantee you Belichick would have put him as tight end.
I guarantee you he tried. I guarantee you probably ran him at tight end in a bunch of practices, and he probably killed it. Could you imagine him on one side and Gronk on the other? That would have been dangerous.
I would just love the jersey. I gotta get a Gronk jersey. You just reminded me. Thank you.
Don't promote that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get it. He's such an ass.
I gotta get it. I don't care. I like him.
Oh man.
I love my whole lineup.
He's like the epitome.
I even love the Water Boys.
He's the epitome of that dude that you really, really hated.
I'll wear my Edelman jersey with pride. I like Edelman.
Edelman's awesome.
He does it right. He
works his ass off, and he's like one of the smallest guys on the field. And
you know what's fun?
And he gets 10 catches a game, 80, 90 yards.
You know what's fun? Watching the Super Bowl with you guys.
Oh, shut up.
That was great.
Shut up.
I never gave up. I just sat in that chair, shut my mouth, and says, we are going to come back.
I didn't have a horse in that race, other than the fact that I just did not want the Patriots to win.
Although I will give you credit. I'll give you credit. You called it. When they were starting to make a little run, you went, they're blowing this game.
Yeah, I was like, the game's over.
That was the best Super Bowl ever.
No, I don't know about that.
It was great.
Nah.
For a Patriots.
Dwight Clark in the end zone. It
wasn't a great Super Bowl as far as an actual game. The Giants-Patriots games were the best.
Yeah.
Even though my team lost, but
Steve Young, I think.
I'll never forget
four touchdowns.
The play that lost them the game was it. I think it was Matt Ryan. It was like 3rd and.
Oh, the fumble.
It was like 3rd and 2, and they were already in field goal range. And
he got sacked.
And he pulls back to throw the ball. Come on, man. You know anybody would tell you to run that ball. Even if you get stuck, you're kicking a field goal.
No, when Coleman went down,
it's game over.
When the backup running back Coleman went down, it just changed the whole.
No, but to me the play that I just described, that was the game right there, because you would have kicked a field goal, you would have been up, it would have been another score that they would have had to do, and they just didn't have enough time.
Well, I want to thank personally Matt Ryan for that. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate that because it was phenomenal. We have any? Actually, you know what we can do real quick? We'll segue to fan feedback.
I feel sick.
Why?
You brought up that Super Bowl.
Oh, please. What team is your favorite anyway?
49ers. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. That's fine.
You want to talk about the Young and Jerry Rice days? Yeah. Talk about that.
I love those days. I love Montana, too.
Oh, yeah. I love my Roger Craig jersey.
How about the Jets kicking it in the can right now? So they're mailing in their season.
Huh?
The Jets mailing in their season.
Why?
Well, he went to the Patriots.
They're just selling off everybody.
Oh, yeah, because they're trying to rebuild. But,
that's
like you would mention the jerseys. What's the point of buying the jerseys? You know how painful it is to see Frank Gore on another team after he played over a decade with the 49ers? I hated it, but I'm glad he's still playing.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
At least it's for the Colts and they're using him the right way.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean? So
see, the 49ers, that's one problem that I've always had with them. They don't know how to treat their players when it comes to the end of their career. Because Montana went to the Chiefs. I understand you had Steve Young, but it's Joe freaking Montana. Let him retire a 49er. Jerry Rice goes to the Raiders and then the Seahawks. He's the greatest wide receiver ever to play the game. Let him end his career with you. I don't care if he's number 3 on your depth chart. You know what I mean?
Brett Favre. Retired. Not really.
Well, he did that to himself.
Retired. Yeah, I'll come back.
Yeah, that was all him though. He was just trying. He was just trying to.
The Packers were also tired. They wanted Aaron. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has been waiting for a while.
Yeah.
So there's teams that really don't do that anymore.
Well, no,
they draft a quarterback. He goes right in nowadays.
The only reason Brett Favre held out so long is he was really, really trying to get those Levi commercials, and it worked. He got those Levi commercials.
Hey man,
and
he can play though.
He had a second career.
The man can play though.
Yeah, come on. How many other quarterbacks get to be in a comedy? Oh, you're dating Brett Favre?
Oh, is that something about Mary?
Yeah, Favre.
Let's do some fan feedback. You have any?
There was fan feedback?
Oh, let's do some fan feedback.
I got a
couple.
You're right.
Too.
We did get
some fan feedback.
We did actually get another review.
Oh, we did.
Yes.
Oh, do you want to
not the one you're talking about? I don't know what happened with that one, but
go ahead. Fan feedback coming up. Here we go.
By Dadboy, Dadboi, 5 stars.
Nice.
Says lit is the title. Funny and wholesome. Love these guys. So thank you very much for that review.
How do you say his name? Dad what?
Dadboy.
Dadboy?
Yeah.
Okay, Dadboy. Cool.
Thank you.
It's not like a name.
No, it's cool. No, I'm not making fun of it. It didn't register.
It's a name that an actor would name somebody.
I had to hear it again to say it.
Like Apple.
I give a shout out. Well, I'm excited to say this. I can't believe we're going to say this. Hulk Hogan gave us a like on Twitter.
With the blue check mark?
With the blue check mark.
Nice.
Not the Hulkamania. There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
The one with the check mark, he liked it. I don't know if he heard it, but we got a nice little, check. So,
awesome. You texted me to that. That's
so
awesome.
Hey, Hulk Hogan, thank you.
Was it because he heard it? You shared the hero one?
I sent him out the hero one and told him that we were listening.
Awesome.
So then he responded back with a thumbs up, and that was it.
That's awesome.
So I think that was pretty cool.
You guys both deserve that shout out.
Yeah, I also sent it out to Tommy Dreamer. He hasn't responded yet back, but I know he's on tour right, with his House of Hardcore.
Yeah.
So got to give a shout out to Morgan Reagan, hopefully I said her name right, and the Device and Mo podcast because they actually got to listen to our show. They gave us a like, and I think that she retweeted it. So that'd be great. Thank you for the shout out. Hopefully we can get the reciprocal there, and you guys can shoot us out there on your show. And Goodwin, security guard at where I work, he gave us a shout out. He didn't put the review in. I actually found that out.
Okay.
He just gave it. So he's going to do that this week. So I'll just be premature about it and say, Goodwin, thank you very much for that.
Because I was refreshing. I'm like, come on, iTunes.
Yeah.
Where's this other review?
We need more reviews.
Definitely. I mean, this is something that we got to stress.
Put it this way: we've gotten enough reviews now. Thank you all very much. That when you start typing in "we may" and you get to like "we may," we actually pop up.
Yeah.
You don't even need to write out "may," but it's good that we pop up because now we're easier to be found by new listeners. And the more reviews we get, the better chances of getting on like the new hot list of new podcasts and what you should be listening to, and new discoveries and stuff like that. And that's what's really important because we want everybody to get involved.
We also should bring up the fact that we're eventually going to have another bonus.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep doing
because we got it. That was a big hit.
Yeah.
I want it. We got to do one on Spider-Man.
I actually have a couple.
Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah.
So we're going to review Spider-Man. We can say that. Yeah, we're going to review Spider-Man. Look out for that. We're all going to try to go see it together. Hopefully we can see it together. If we don't, we're definitely going to see it.
Instead of hitting the table, you're hitting your hands.
So I failed. I lasted how many minutes?
No, you did well.
How many minutes?
You did well.
So
I have a couple ideas that I think could be really funny. They're not movie reviews, but I think they could be great episodes.
Why are you looking at me when you say
No, I'm just saying in general. They could be very funny. No. We're not going to...
People about wrestling dolls?
Pew pew! No.
What is that pew pew from? What is that?
I don't know.
Pew pew. I don't do that.
I don't know what sound effects you make.
I'll do like
you put them away before we get here.
I'll do like off the rope clothesline. He's off the top rope.
He had G.I. Joe action figures.
I
So
never
they used
had
to go,
G.I. Joe.
Pew, pew, pew,
Yeah, no,
pew.
actually, no. That's when I first
I
started
had
writing.
He-Man. He-Man dolls. I still have them all.
Well, that's
I
when I first
I
started
had
writing movies was with G.I. Joes. Like, my dad couldn't understand why I was in the house playing with these things. But I had actual long, like, movies going. Like, I had franchises going with these shits. I was doing it every day. Like, second, like, I had a sequel, and it just kept going. Funny story about G.I. Joes, actually. There was this kid in school, there was this kid in town.
If they can see his face right now.
Yeah, right?
No,
He got really
No, because
excited.
it's funny. There was this.
But when I bring up wrestling dolls, it's like a joke.
Well,
he's like,
because you're talking about how, alright, you'll understand. So there was this kid in town that nobody really cared for. He was kind of like a dick. But and
The one who should not be named.
No.
oh, stop.
No,
That's horrible.
but
Leave
he
that alone.
so he didn't have many friends because he didn't know how to treat people. So his parents would buy him any GI Joes he wanted. Like,
Really?
dude had all of them. He had
There's
big
always
ass,
that one kid that
he
has
had
all
big
of them.
ass vehicles and shit.
You know that?
So me and my cousin would invite him over to play. Right before he got there, because we'd always play out on the front porch. Before he got there, we dig these big ass holes on the side of the porch, right? So then we'd be playing with him, be like, ah, and just throw him over the side of the porch, and he'd land in these holes. And then, like, so after a few of them got over there, we would go cover it up,
Wow.
like, and then bring one back, and like, in the other hole, and just, dude, his parents would replace him that day. Like, he didn't care.
So what'd you do with the ones that you dug up?
We kept them. What do you mean? What did we do?
Oh, okay. So I got you.
Dude, I had so many of those damn things. One time I got a helicopter. Big ass helicopter. Tomahawk. 2 propellers. Shit was huge.
So you stole.
Yeah, I was like, into the pile. I was a bad kid. Alright?
I'm learning.
But it's not like.
Was he like this?
No,
really?
no.
He was worse when he was younger.
No.
I didn't ever
but-
saw you like this before.
I wouldn't have done it if his parents just didn't buy them right away. Just replace them. He would have the same ones the next day.
See, that's why when I played with my wrestling dolls until I was 18,
You don't let me over and play?
I would let him do it. It was only a one-man show. That's it.
He'd be like,
Period.
"Oh, this guy got counted out. Bury him."
God almighty. Jeez. Oh,
And if
man.
the kid wasn't a dick, we wouldn't have done it. But he was a complete dick. He deserved
God.
it.
You guys are crazy, man.
Mine were the superheroes.
Superhero. What?
Yeah, Superman, Batman.
What,
they had,
like the
the
secret-
little figures.
the Secret
They had the
Wars
figures?
The Secret
Those are
Wars.
sick, yeah. I had the original Batmobile. That was nasty. I don't know where the hell it is.
You know,
That I would still play with today.
you know
That
what was my
sick.
favorite
Like
actual...
from the 60s show?
My favorite actual toy that I actually had, honestly, all kidding aside from the wrestling dolls, the Dukes of Hazzard. I had the General Lee. I had almost every... I have no idea where the heck those things went.
The only Dukes that has a toy I want is Jessica Simpson.
No.
In that movie.
No, not that. Not the old.
No. I know. The John Schneider ones. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He wants
she was
Jessica
good looking.
Simpson.
She was hot. That was probably the
in
hottest
that
she was.
movie? Oh
ever.
my
Yeah,
lord.
and the music video.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a pretty
Damn.
good one. That's
Not
pretty
even
good one.
close.
All right, so wait a minute, hold on.
Oh,
So
maybe a little close. Like-
let's stay with this. Let's stay with this for a second.
What?
We're on toys.
Jessica Simpson? Oh.
No, we're on toys.
We're
No,
on
that's
Jessica
a real. That's a toys.
Why do they
Jessica
call it
Simpson.
Chicken of the Sea?
Oh God.
God almighty.
Public school system.
Quick question. Quick question. What was? We all know mine already. What was your favorite cartoon? Because we already know the action figure. You had an action figure.
Well, the G.I. Joe
you said you had the
cartoon was sick,
superheroes.
too.
I had
He-Man.
Wrestling dolls.
No. My
That-
favorite cartoon was He-Man
He-Man?
by far.
He-Man was sick.
I still watch it to this day.
Spider-Man and Super Friends was sick when it was him, Iceman, and Firestar. It was Firestar,
Yeah.
right? That was a sick show.
That was
mine was a tie.
was even earlier.
Mine was a tie. It was definitely He-Man.
Well, what
And
happened
was
was
I loved what do you
what
call
happened
it?
was
Lionel.
that was just
Lionel.
it. I was just
Oh,
going to bring that up. I was just
Thundercats.
going to bring
I
that
have
up.
all those.
When you got home from elementary school, right? It was Thundercats at 2:30, or that was Thundercats at 3:00 and He-Man at 3:30.
What school did you go to? They got home at 3:00. I didn't get home at 3:00.
I can't say the name.
Wait,
No, I know,
you
but-
were little?
Yeah, this is
You were out
elementary
much
school.
earlier than that.
No,
It
this
wasn't
is
until
elementary
3.
school.
I got out at 3:15.
Oh. Maybe I just skipped school early.
3:15. My local here.
Whatever it
3:15.
was,
Okay.
when we got
so
out,
4:00 is
it
when I
was
started
like-
cartoons.
you just caught like
Yeah, 4
the
or 5
last.
sounds more like it.
It was like you just caught the last 10 or 15 minutes of Thundercats, and then it was He-Man.
I had He-Man at 4,
That might have been
Thundercats
it.
at 4:30, and then at 5 o'clock it was Donahue.
Ugh.
Wow, that sucks.
Wow.
I'm not gonna front.
And-
I still have Castle Grayskull and Snake.
I have
Mountain.
them. I still have it. One with the little microphone.
Yeah, with that
My
was sick,
microphone
right?
Still works.
Yeah, mine too.
I'm telling
It's
you.
crazy.
Remember you like
eBay.
You don't even
Nah,
want. No, you don't even want to know how much those are going for if you,
You know
still
the-
have it in the box.
You know
In
the
the box,
Thundercats vehicle? I still have that.
I don't have the vehicle. I have the skeleton where you used to lock them all in.
Oh, okay,
I have that. I have tons of it, man.
yeah.
Tons.
I
of
even
them.
have that Tiger dude's his propeller thing. His like.
They
helicopter
released figures that were never even part of the
The
cartoon,
show. Yes. I agree.
right? So you
thing. Wait, He-Man or
He-Man.
Yeah.
right? So
There's
you
so
had
many.
yeah. Well, that was the thing. It was
Lockjaw
like
was sick though.
they had, but it was how many? Dude, had to be at least like 20 or 30 figures
Yeah.
that were never even on the show.
You
They're
know,
a fortune now.
But if you fast forward, if you went and saw it was like
Like
the
the newer
remake
version?
cartoon,
they brought them.
then they brought them in. You know,
Yeah.
so
I didn't like
it
the
was-
remake though.
I love
Yeah.
Transformers too.
I never liked the toys.
Really?
Never did. They
What
used to,
about-
it's funny. I have actual video
Yeah.
of me getting the toys, and you could see me going, "Yeah, thank you." Put it aside, and I still have them in a box.
Oh, well, there
The
you go.
Transformers.
I want
I have
those.
the airplane ones.
How much you want for
Let
that?
me tell you something. I couldn't freaking.
You can figure it
transfer
out.
them. I can't
I knew
transfer
that's
them.
where you were going.
That's what it
you have
was.
any of the dinosaur ones?
No, I had the plane. The one robot. It was a robot, and it turned into a plane.
Yeah, Starscream.
Yeah. Every time I got a Transformer, I was like, I don't know how to do it.
I had Optimus Prime. That was sick.
I would get so mad.
I still have the I still have the Voltron that got recalled.
Really?
Dude's like this tall when he's done. All steel, like it's real metal.
Yeah.
So like
Those
it's
those were cool
it's
toys.
heavy and shit. And
When
they
you could
recalled
se-
it
you could
because like the
separate
claws were sharp and stuff. I kept it. Nobody cared. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, right.
now that thing's probably worth.
You talking about the Power Rangers before they were the Power Rangers?
I didn't even go there. Real quick,
No,
back,
that's
to,
what-
that's what Voltron
back,
was.
Well, I guess,
back to
yeah.
He-Man real quick. Back to He-Man. I didn't know. Because I started watching on Netflix. I started watching She-Ra.
By the way, we've lost every listener that's under 30 years old.
That's okay. I watched She-Ra. I didn't know that Skeletor was, like, I learned the whole background story about, how he was actually,
Hordak's minion. or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
amazing, the stuff you
You
find.
even lost me.
you learn about where Skeletor came from. You learn about, the whole.
Yeah, but my favorite was the Christmas special. That was
I didn't get that far.
you never saw the He-Man She-Ra Christmas
I
special?
haven't got that far. It's got to be on the Netflix version, right?
I don't even know.
I've been watching
If you
that. I've
don't
been
have
watching
it,
Glow.
I'll find it. I'll find
By
it
the way,
somewhere.
can I?
Oh,
I'm gonna say Glow now.
I
Because
started
remember,
Glow.
remember that one episode?
What?
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
it's-
you
that's
thought I
on-
was gonna say
yeah.
girl on girl, and I said Glow.
Oh, all right.
That
man.
episode. It's a. I'm not gonna get into details about it because it's more wrestling. But the bottom line is it's Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling.
Okay.
It's called Glow. It's based off of an '80s attempt of a wrestling show that was, I didn't even know this. It was brought up by a wrestling fan who was a
Yeah.
rich boy, I should say. He got, his mom and dad were rich,
Mm.
and he actually was such a fan of wrestling,
Yeah,
of WWF at the time, that he decided to come up with a wrestling show for women.
yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. Watch it, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's actually, you don't have to be a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Just watch it. It's amazing the things these
Yeah,
women went through.
the characters.
And
Yeah.
how they became who they became. It's scary. But anyway. I
The
digress.
one cartoon that I really liked, and it was a little bit later than these, was the X-Men one. That was amazing.
I stopped.
Really? You didn't see that?
I think my last cartoon.
That cartoon was amazing.
Do you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon?
Yeah, of course.
Early '90s.
Yeah, of course. I had all those.
I stopped.
I had the original graphic novel of the Turtles.
I'm telling you, I was really hooked on wrestling.
I still have number one of their comic too.
I
Original.
watched. My biggest two shows were maybe He-Man, the Thundercats. Of course, everybody watched.
DuckTales, Tailspin.
No, I didn't like them. I
Wow.
really didn't like. I remember the song. I was
Do you
more
remember,
into.
do you remember Silverhawks?
Very, very vaguely. I do know what you're talking about.
I grew up with Bugs Bunny, and the whole Warner Brothers.
Yeah. What about
Muppet
oh
Babies?
My God. Yeah, but no. But
I like Fraggle Rock.
What is
Ugh.
the space? What about Space
Hated that.
Ghost? Right, that's his name.
Oh, I hated that too.
Really?
You didn't like Fraggle Rock?
I hated Fraggle Rock. I hated
I
Space
loved
Ghost.
Fraggle
Fraggle
Rock.
Rock was
but it was on
ahead of its
HBO
time.
though. Like
Yes.
I would go to my aunt's just to watch it.
No, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was early.
That was-
early Jim Henson.
That was like, it was almost like an adult. Even being a kid, you really shouldn't have almost watched that.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Every time they went up above ground, you were afraid they were going to get eaten by that thing. Yeah.
How about, okay, you watch Nickelodeon.
Very, very little, actually.
Mr. Wizard?
I used to watch, the only thing I really watched on Nickelodeon was like Double Dare.
Double Dare, yeah.
Well, Double Dare was
awesome. You
awesome.
shouldn't do that on TV.
You can't do that on television.
That's it, yeah.
Double Dare, the physical challenge.
Alanis Morissette was on there. I didn't even know that.
And the, what was it, the gauntlet they had to run at the end?
Yeah.
The winning
great.
team?
Physical challenge.
The stuff they were getting into.
that was during the show.
The stuff they were getting into was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was nasty. It was like
Mark
Fear
Summers,
Factor,
was it?
but early.
It was Mark Summers, right?
Mark
Summers.
Summers.
Did he commit suicide?
I don't know. Way to bring it down, though.
No,
Shit, we're on the roll.
Sorry.
Didn't this dude kill himself?
I think
he did. I think. Oh, he had a depression, something like that. Yeah.
I know, like almost every host of Family Feud has done something crazy to himself.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Steve. I'll stop it.
What? Oh,
No, the other guy, the guy before him,
Louis Anderson.
The other one.
He was horrible. The one with the
one
two
that
man.
he was on Seinfeld and he did
had
another
the beard.
game show. The tall skinny guy. His name is
Kramer?
John something. No, the one that played Elaine's boss in Seinfeld.
I never liked Seinfeld.
I don't know.
I tried.
No, I like Seinfeld, but
John
I don't
something
know.
is
He was
his
not
name.
like an actual known
No,
guy.
but he didn't do anything bad to himself. I know.
Yeah, but he also wasn't on there that long.
That's
There's Family Feud has a curse.
Yeah.
Quote unquote curse.
Wow. All right. Well.
What?
All right. We up to our rants.
Yeah, we can start a rant.
All right. Anybody want to go first?
Yeah, go for it. I really don't have one this
I
week.
already said mine. Mine was all the Knicks, Phil Jackson stuff.
Oh, I've got a rant for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just feed
Here
off
we go.
yours.
This is my rant.
Yeah, if this goes into a discussion,
It will.
all right.
I guarantee it. I'm just going to tell you the story. I'm not going to give you the title. Like normally we say it and then we just start talking. Here we go. I'm on the highway and I'm driving. I am in the fast lane. The speed limit in our state is 65.
Yeah.
I'm doing 75. There are 2 cars ahead of me. There are 2 cars to the right of me.
Yeah.
Everybody's going the same speed. And this moron gets behind me
Yeah.
and starts high-beaming me, flashing me, like, move.
Yeah. Like
Where
you
am
could
I supposed to go?
Yeah.
So, at first I'm like, I'm ignoring him. There's nothing I can do. He keeps honking the horn. Finally, I raise my hand. I'm like, to the right and left. Where am I supposed to go?
Yeah.
Like, where am I supposed to go? And he's just making motions like, move. So I'm thinking maybe it's an emergency. Maybe he has to get through. I start thinking, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
So I try to look to the right, and you guys are seeing it. So the guys to the right decide to slow down to let me over.
Yeah.
Right?
Because
So
they actually know how to drive.
So I swerve to the right. The guy gets right next to me, and now I know that he's trying to get my attention.
Yeah.
But because of the day and age we live in, I
you don't
decide
do that. Yeah,
I'm not going to get into an altercation with this guy.
Yeah.
So I just purposely don't look to my left.
Yeah.
But my is that peripheral vision?
Yeah.
I can see his hands doing the whole, and trying to do that, and I just and he starts swerving toward me.
Really?
So and I'm just like, okay, I'm not worried about it. I'll just pray for this dude, whatever. Next thing you know, he moves forward, gets to the next car. Now at this point, he gets to the next car. There's no cars to the right of him.
Yeah.
So he could go around.
Yeah.
He starts doing it to the next car. And the next car, and the next car.
Like that.
So here's my rant. What the hell is wrong with people on the highway? Number one,
Yeah.
if you're that much in a rush, freaking move if there's a lane. Second, use your freaking signal light.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, if I have to deal with somebody that doesn't know how to use a signal light, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
I can't take it
You're gonna
anymore.
punch a child.
I tell you.
You gotta kick a kid.
Because
Kick the baby.
Don't kick the baby.
And that's part one. Here's my part two. Man, I think I'm dealing with like my car situations, like when you always post.
No, what you were dealing with was road rage.
Yeah, well, it continues.
Okay.
I go to a local the same week.
And he's
I go to no, God no. I go to a supermarket.
Yeah.
When you pull into a supermarket, what are we looking for? Parking. Well, if it's raining, what do you try to do? You get to the closest one next to the door.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying. Usually, if it's raining, you want to get the closest so you don't have to get wet. It wasn't raining. I'm looking.
So what the fuck did rain have to do with the story?
Oh, because I'm gonna tell you. No,
What?
it does. You didn't let me finish.
All right, okay.
I was gonna say it wasn't raining, but it was very
I
cloudy.
don't know where he was going with that.
No, it wasn't raining. and then you stopped me. It wasn't raining, but it was very cloudy, and it looked like it was going to downpour.
Oh, all right, okay.
You didn't give me a chance. So naturally, I'm just thinking, well, you know what? I'll find a spot. If I don't find one, I don't want to find one too far away because when I get back out, I don't have an umbrella.
Yeah.
So there's 2 open spaces.
Yeah.
One side by side. Okay. Cars coming on, like it's like Western. You meet each other. One's coming one direction, you come the other, and we both put our right signals on.
Yeah.
Right. So logically, if there's 2 spots to our right, my right, his left.
Yeah.
You would go to the one that's closest to you.
Yeah.
I would go to the one that's closest to me.
Yeah.
So I just pull into the one that's closest to me.
Yeah.
The dude flips out. That's my spot. That's my. I was like,
Isn't
no
there
problem.
one right next to it?
I went, no problem. Take the one to the left. I wanted that one.
Oh my god.
I put my car in reverse. I got out, let him take it, and I pulled in the next one. And he calmed down. Holy crap. What is wrong with the people today?
Maybe he's like Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory, and that is
I'm
his spot.
sweating. I'm sweating over that. I was like, what is wrong with people today? And you can't get an argument with people because
No,
these
you
days
never know. You never know.
So that's my rant. Enough.
I hate when you pull into a parking spot, right, and somebody's about to pull out, and they know that you're waiting, but rather than go the other direction, make it easy on everybody, they have to kind of come your way, and you're like, there's not enough room for both of us to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Go the other way. Make it easier for everyone. Come on. Here's a crazy story.
Told you we'd get this discussion.
Oh, yeah, no. I was driving in Jersey, right?
Well, there you go. That's your problem.
End of story.
There's your problem. After the postal story, we're never going to have any Jersey people, too.
Well, might as well just completely get rid of them. So, I'm driving in Jersey. I don't even know if it was a Jersey driver. So, anyway, thank you. But I noticed the guy in the lane next to me is on his phone. And he's coming into my lane. And then he's bouncing back. And he's coming to my lane. And he's bouncing back. So I'm like, all right, let me get away from this asshole before he hits me.
Yeah.
So I speed up. SUV moves into my spot. Right? And I'm watching in the rear view. Dude goes into the lane. Swerves into the lane. Hits the SUV on the side. The SUV flips. Instantly just flips. And lands on its roof. Off the side of the road.
When was this?
A while ago. I was still with my ex, so it was over a year ago. But I'm like, there's no shoulders. Right?
Wow.
So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, I was shook. I'm like, holy, that could have been me. Like 30 seconds earlier, and that was me.
Wow.
And I'm like, damn. I'm like praying these people are all right. You know what I mean? Because this guy just couldn't get off his phone. And I couldn't believe I saw that. That was crazy. Like, I pulled over and I called my ex, and I'm not forgetting that. But I was so shook by that. It's because people don't know how to drive. They really don't. And anytime I feel something like that from somebody, anywhere on the road, I just do whatever I can to avoid them. I'll come to a dead stop on the highway if I have to, let some asshole buy me. You know what I mean? If it's just the two of us, I know this person needs to go because either they're not paying attention or they're too worried about their own shit. You know what I mean? So,
my little pet peeve that I have.
Pet peeve.
In the parking lot, any parking lot, if they have, it's a double space, not parallel, but adjacent to each other. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. If a car pulls in to park in that parking spot, and the one straight ahead of them is open,
and they don't go in, they don't go forward.
They go no, they go forward, past the line, so that it's easier for them to get out. Okay. I'm pulling in one day, and I see this other person pulling in, and we're going head to head in the same spot. He goes forward into my space, knows that I'm going to pull into the parking spot, but proceeds to pull forward
because he wants to go straight through.
He wanted to go straight through.
Wow.
He did it. Obviously, he did it on purpose. He knew I was pulling into the parking spot. Of course. Right. That's my. I can't. It's just pure laziness.
It's not even. I don't want to say it's not even that. It is that. It's on top of that. This is another part that I think we should probably get into another day. Or we can do it right now. I don't even care. People don't know how to drive. I'm gonna lose viewers right now. Ready? These millennials.
I doubt millennials are listening to us anyway.
They don't know how to drive. They really don't.
No.
Because they don't even know what a stop sign is. yet alone a yield.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
They don't even know what a flashing yellow light is.
Yeah.
Okay?
Means hurry up, right?
Yeah, right?
No, really.
It's scary.
Yeah.
And how they getting the license is what I want to know.
It doesn't take much.
Holy, it was like Alcatraz to get mine.
The difference is, there's no in the testing like the what is it the road test?
The road test.
Road test.
Mine was hard.
There's no real experience driving. You know what I'm saying?
It's not actual
it's
real
not
life
actual.
driving. I don't know. Mine was pretty real.
No, when you I'm talking about real instances.
But dude, I had to go through that 4 corners in Goshen.
Yes,
that's no joke.
Yep.
Okay, then you had.
I had to too.
Well, I don't think these kids have to go through that.
Yeah,
no, because they only study
you
for 2 things.
You go through an intersection where there's 3 stop signs, right? For an intersection. Who goes first? If you ask them, they're not going to know. They're going to go, oh well, if I'm turning right, I should be able to go first. No, it's whoever gets to the stop sign first.
Correct.
Is the one that's allowed to go.
Correct.
But you ask them, they're like, well, if I'm turning right, I should be able to go first. No, that's not how.
I hate when you get there and all 3 people are just staring at each other. Even if you're the last one there and everybody's just looking at each other and you know they're supposed to go and you're like, why are we all just sitting here with a thumbs up?
What I was told.
Then you start to move.
What I was told, or what I was taught was, don't hesitate. If you hesitate, that's when you get into an accident. Yeah. Like I go first. If I come into it, I'll go.
And Randy's one to talk. He pulled a 3-point turn in Times Square.
I did.
I damn near shit myself. He also drove down the wrong side on a one-way street in North Carolina. Was it North Carolina? I think it was North Carolina, right?
What?
It was some city. You went the wrong way on a one-way.
The person that should not be named was in the back seat.
I get it, and it was very annoying.
Okay.
I understand that.
Oh, was this when
Especially when we ended up... Yeah,
this is when you bailed on us.
When you were getting booty, we were stuck with him in the back seat.
Well, you put it a little bit more politely. So, yeah, you bailed on us.
You know...
That was a fun night, though.
And we ended up in South Carolina, which is a completely wrong state, because we were supposed to be in Charlotte, and he who shall not be named was in the back seat going, where are we? How did we end up in South Carolina? Oh my God, we're lost. Call Angel. Call Angel. So I had to call you, and you get on the phone, you're like, yeah, what up? What's going on? Huh? Not paying attention to anything I'm saying. Yeah, I know. Well, where are you? Hold on. They ended up in South, No, we don't know.
Sorry, guys.
We don't know where you are. Sorry, guys.
I was 20. That's my only defense. I'm only going to say that. I'll just say I was 20.
Yeah.
Oh. I had a good time.
No.
Yeah.
So did I. I had a dance by a very pretty girl.
Yeah, I was going to say, you make me out to look like a bad guy. What were you 3 going?
Well, no, okay, yeah, but there was a third wheel there that neither of us wanted there.
Well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have had the rental car.
Very true.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Very true.
Okay then. There you go.
We could have just had him rent it and left.
No, because if we got pulled over, we would have been in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Technically, actually.
Not really. It was didn't we rent it from my uncle?
No. Middle
No,
we did.
Yeah, we did. We got it from his uncle.
Yeah, we got it from my uncle.
Oh yeah.
We would have been fine.
You know what? I didn't get the rental car, so I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, no, we got it from my uncle.
So
we would have been fine because he gave us a break on it.
It was a nice car too.
Oh yeah.
That was the night we heard the Knicks lose in the finals. Remember, that's how we started the night. On the way there, it was the part with the Knicks and the Rockets.
Yeah, but I saw that Starks game.
No, not the Rockets. I'm sorry, Spurs.
Oh, right,
we were listening to it on the radio.
Oh, 94?
Tim Duncan goes straight to hell.
No, it wasn't 94.
That was the last time Knicks were in the finals.
No.
It had to be 94. No, because it was after we graduated.
It was after we graduated.
We were in college already.
Yes.
What year was it?
97, 98.
It was a strike shortened season.
No, it could have been 98. 99 to 99.
It was a strike shortened season because we had Canby and Spreewell and Allen Houston.
Remember, it was they couldn't get it in the basket, and it was over. The game was over. We were like, turn it off. Turn it off. We're done. Let's put this in something else.
The Knicks might hire the Cavs GM that was just fired.
Really?
Take him, yeah.
I'll leave you on a fun note real quick.
Real quick.
The next episode, somebody reminded me of a story of when I used to. I have the worst date record when I was in Rhode Island.
Can we keep going?
No.
I went so bad. All right, next time. Worst dates. I do have one.
Worst date. Right. Let me tell you. And don't worry, it's ingrained. I have tons. So, and I suggest whoever's going to be listening, do not drink, do not eat anything, because you can't make this stuff up. I had the worst 2 years.
Worst date should have been his worst date. But I went out with a girl instead. And I was like, anyway, real quick, what I forgot when you cut me off last time at the Knicks, what I was going to say is, the very beginning, the first episode of the Luke Cage series on Netflix, there's a scene in a barber shop. I'm not spoiling anything. They have a discussion about the 90s Knicks.
Oh, really?
Compared to today's Knicks. And what Luke Cage says is perfect. He says Pat Riley had them playing like men. When you went down that lane, Anthony Mason, John Starks, you were getting knocked down. Like, everything he says, I was like, that's so true. That is true.
I'm going to watch that.
Preach to me. Everything he's saying was perfectly on point. He summed up the Knicks then and now perfect.
You know what I forgot to bring up, and I had it noted the whole time? Did you hear about the new arena in Atlanta? They're going to have a bar right behind the actual... they have pictures of it. They're going to have an actual open, like a bar, right on the court, behind the basketball. Whatever.
Really?
Yeah, you got to see the pictures. Go on it, and it's going to be It's going to be tickets. It's standing room, and it's a bar. So it's to be the very first bar ever behind the basketball. So there'll be 4 rows of seats, and then it's a bar.
Yeah, but people won't get drunk because the drinks will be so expensive.
They said it's amazing that people what they're doing.
I hope when they're throwing up those crazy shots at the end, like the countdown.
Wait, it gets better.
They're throwing it and it actually hits
That's
the
on
bar.
one side. The other side is a barber shop.
Oh my god!
So they were like, this guy made a funny joke on Twitter. He goes, yeah. He goes, I can see it now. The guy was in there getting a line put in his head, and there's like a last minute shot.
Yep.
He goes, good luck trying to get that line straight with that last shot goes over. But yeah, take a look at it. It's pretty cool.
People are gonna stumble out of the bar, across the court, and into the barber shop.
But you gotta watch the pictures that they have in the designs. I was like, oh my god, where are we headed to?
That's crazy.
All right, so we're done. We're done for today.
Yeah, another episode.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Go ahead, take us out.
All right, so let's handle some business then. All right, so if you haven't had a chance, folks, we are available on iTunes, obviously. So we want you to subscribe, rate our show. We want you to be honest, and don't have to.
You keep saying that.
What? What? We want them to be honest.
I know.
Well, because you know what it is. I think.
No, I know. I'm just messing.
No, that's cool. But I think, if you listen to most podcasts, they're like, rate our show, tell us how great we are. Listen, I want to know the truth. If they don't like something, let us know, because to me, it's a podcast that we came up with, right? But it's theirs.
Well, what will help is if they actually tell us what they like about the show and what they want to hear more of.
That's exactly.
Do they want to hear more personal stories? Do they want to keep hearing about sports? What are you tuning in for? Because it helps us format our show.
Yeah.
And we want to make this for you guys. So if you're telling us, if you're giving us feedback, we can cut out certain things you may not like.
That's
if
right.
we get enough, people saying it, like a majority rules type thing.
Yeah, and that's what I mean by being honest. Just tell us, because this is as much as your podcast as it is ours. And that's the key thing. So with that being said, don't forget we have a Twitter account at WeMayRant. You can also check us out on email us at WeMayRant@gmail.com. And we're now available. Actually, no, if you don't have iTunes availability, there's for Androids, you got Spreaker. That's Spreaker. Spreaker.
Wow, 2 weeks.
You like that.
Oh, wow.
So Spreaker, and you can go to Spreaker.com. You can type in the search.
Phonics, work here for me.
Every time I hear Hooked on Phonics, I think about
Brian Regan.
1994 when I ring announced and Jerry Lawler just tore me up for that.
Oh, yeah, because you messed up.
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
No. But if you want to hear a good Hooked on Phonics joke, Brian Regan. Oh my God, his first CD.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like he's like, imagine you have a girl doing a commercial and it's just not working for her, and but you really want to get through the commercial. Hooking on Phonics, working for me. Hooking. It's so funny.
Oh, so that's it. I mean, again, we're going to give a shout out to
Broken Witt Witt Rebels.
Definitely.
Check them out on Spotify. All their songs are good. You will not be disappointed. So please do that because it helps us out and it helps them out. So we want to get them. Actually, the reason they want to get more hits on Spotify is because it'll help them get more plays in the U.S. and help them on their U.S. tour, which they are working on visas to get the opportunity to tour over here soon. So you hitting them up on Spotify and listening to their songs legitimately helps. So please do that.
And you know what? Ever since we've put that theme song, I actually got to listen to the entire song. And it's actually really good.
Yeah.
Really good. I'm not just saying that. I would tell you. I'm telling you it was good.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's good. All right. So with that being said, for episode number 8, for Randy and for Heath, this is Angel saying, please write what you're passionate about. Have a good one.